Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, my name is Dominic and I'd like to welcome you to another episode of Not News, the Nerd News Show. Today's episode is an extra long SDCC bonanza. It is a cornucopia of Comic Con commentary, so let's get started. First up on the show is the news that Brie Larson has finally been confirmed in the role of Captain Marvel. That's right, the Oscar-winning actress, lauded for her performance in the harrowing and uplifting movie Room, will be stepping into the flight suit of none other than Carol Danvers. I think we can all pretty much agree that this is a great pick for the character, and when rumours started circulating earlier this year that this is the way that Marvel were going to go, I for sure was pretty damn excited. Marvel are long overdue for a movie featuring a female lead, and with Captain Marvel being a superhero that can go toe to toe with both Thor and the Hulk, it'll be fantastic to see how they demonstrate the incredible power of the character. Now, the movie unfortunately won't be with us until March 8th, 2019, which feels like an absolute lifetime away, but here's hoping that we get some posters and trailer footage long before then. Staying with Marvel for now, we also got some news about Thor Ragnarok, which is currently in the process of filming. Concept art revealed at the show gave Comic Con goers a glimpse into the narrative of the movie and a look at some of its villains, including none other than Surtur, the devilish Jotun who features as a major antagonist in the Thor comics, and of course the actual mythological prophecy of Ragnarok. He's like a great big fire sword wielding demon god. He's the first raid boss in Marvel Heroes for those of you who, like me, play that game, and he was shown doing battle with the Hulk. Another concept image revealed Thor battling Fenris, the monstrous wolf god, who in the mythological Ragnarok is the son of Loki and is foretold to kill Odin in the Asgardian apocalypse, but will in turn be killed by Odin's son. My money is on seeing a parallel of this at some point in the movie, with Fenris being a minion of Loki's rather than his actual son. Images were also shown of gladiatorial combat between the Hulk and Thor, giving Planet Hulk fans the wet dream they were hoping for, as well as some images of Cate Blanchett as Hela. Comic Con goers were also treated to a The Office style mockumentary featuring Thor and Bruce Banner explaining their whereabouts during the movie Civil War. I'm really hoping Marvel do the right thing and release that footage to the internet sooner rather than later. Thor Ragnarok and its metal 80s logo is scheduled for release on November 3rd, 2017. Next up on the Marvel side of things, we were treated to a look at both of the casts for the upcoming Black Panther movie and that of Spider-Man Homecoming. Michael B. Jordan was confirmed to be playing antagonist Eric Killmonger in the Black Panther solo flick, and Lupita Nyong'o and Danai Gurira, sorry if I've pronounced that wrong, but she's better known as Michonne on TV's The Walking Dead, were confirmed to be playing members of Wakanda's all-female honor guard, the Dora Milaje. The movie itself is set for release on July 6th, 2018. As for Spider-Man, we got a great look at the kids in Peter's class as all the actors lined up at the panel, and for those who were lucky enough to be seated in Hall H, there was also trailer footage shown of the movie. Now, from a lot of the reports, it seems that the movie is going for a very John Hughes high school movie genre feel, separating it further from the iterations of the web slinger that we've seen come before. Oh, and we got our first look at concept art featuring Michael Keaton as the Vulture, and according to news coming out of the con, it seems that this version of the character has built his suit from Chitauri tech scavenged from the aftermath of the Battle of New York from the first Avengers movie, tying the universes together quite nicely. Spider-Man Homecoming is set for release July 7th, 2017. Now, there was also some stuff for Guardians of the Galaxy shown, with Marvel finally confirming the identity of Star-Lord's father, with it being none other than Ego the Living Planet, played by Kurt Russell. There was also a trailer shown for the Hall H crowd along with some other footage for the movie, but unfortunately this stuff hasn't been released online by Marvel, with James Gunn saying, "This Comic Con footage, it's not something that I nor Marvel are comfortable with being out there and standing up to repeated viewings. The visual effects just aren't finished. If I do something, I want to do it 100% correctly." Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 is set for release May 5th, 2017. There was just so much Marvel movie goodness at this Comic Con that if I was to really get into the minutiae of it all, we'd be here all day, and I haven't even got around to the second trailer for the next MCU movie, Doctor Strange, the fact that Ghost Rider will be appearing in the next season of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., or any of the awesome looking trailers for the Marvel Netflix shows, Luke Cage, Iron Fist, and The Defenders. The plan is to make separate videos getting into all the incredible looking television and Netflix stuff tomorrow, but right now it's time to flip over to DC Comics and see what they brought to the con. Now, given the relative infancy of the DC EU in comparison to the MCU, it's understandable that DC couldn't match Marvel for sheer volume of content at this year's San Diego Comic Con, but what they did bring to the show hit just as hard as anything from Marvel. The first thing being a full trailer for the upcoming Wonder Woman movie starring Gal Gadot, and boy howdy does this thing look good. The trailer shows the origin of Diana Prince in her first meeting with Chris Pine's World War I fighter pilot Steve Trevor. We then see an awesome sizzle reel of Amazonians fighting German troops and Wonder Woman battling in full glory, with director Patty Jenkins channeling her inner Zack Snyder with slow-mo speed ramp-ups galore. The trailer looks great in terms of colour palette and tone, a much needed revision considering the DC EU movies that have come before. Wonder Woman is scheduled for release June 2nd, 2017. And now for the big one, the one I must admit I didn't expect at all, and that is the Justice League trailer. That's right, we got a full teaser trailer for DC's answer to the Avengers, and I must say that although the trailer keeps its cards relatively close to its chest, I see a great deal of potential here, especially when it comes to the relationships between the team. The trailer shows Affleck's Bruce Wayne embark upon a recruitment spree to find people strong enough to battle an undisclosed threat. Through this premise, we're introduced to Jason Momoa's Aquaman, Ezra Miller's The Flash, and we get some snippets of Ray Fisher's Cyborg as well. For me, Ezra Miller steals the show in a scene whereby Bruce Wayne forces him to reveal his abilities. I already love the actor, and I really think he'll be able to bring a vulnerability to the character that we're yet to see. I love Grant Gustin's Flash on the CW show, I really do, but whispers out of the DC camp allude to Miller's Flash being a lot lonelier due to the fact that when moving at such high speeds, everybody else is standing still, and he travels too fast for even sound to reach him, not to mention that with his incredibly quick mental processing, he may be operating with a kind of Asperger's syndrome. Thematically, this stuff sounds super interesting to me, and I can't wait to see how it plays out. There weren't any references to Superman, unfortunately, given the end of BVS, but I'm sure Warner Brothers and DC will start to pepper some of that stuff in there closer to the release. The movie is set for release on November 17th, 2017. And that's going to be it for this Comic-Con bumper episode of Not News. Of course, there was so much more to come out of the con outside of Marvel and DC, the big one being that trailer for Kong Skull Island, which looks epic, but I just don't have the time to get into all of it, perhaps in later videos. Thank you for watching, thank you for tuning in today, and please feel free to hit that like button down below and subscribe to the channel for more content. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon.